Welcome. My name is Jordan. I am the founder of Yoniswell Surf Collective, and Yoniswell is a community space for awakening the divine feminine. It's about healing and empowering the soul. It's about surf and transformation. And ultimately, it's about returning to our nature. So thank you for joining me today. We are in the midst of very tangible new beginnings where we are required to step into them, even though we don't have all of the information and perhaps it's an unknown space that we've never been before. And it requires courage to honor and to accept and to take action into the new form that is manifesting in our realities. And this is our daily reality. This is our relationships. This is our work life. This is our career. It's not just a job. It's a lifestyle. The new beginnings they're manifesting in our physical reality versus in prior months and maybe even years. It was just an idea or a vision that perhaps we didn't have the courage to fully own so that we can truly step into our nature in a structured reality that we now resonate with. That said, I am starting something new with this channel, and it will be a weekly forecast where I analyze the current chart, and I will go into this and explain why I use Greenwich in England, but I will analyze this chart and then I will interpret it in a very practical way that represents and describes themes and archetypes and emotional dynamics to where you can understand so that you can apply this support and this energy in your daily life and through navigating all of these changes. Yoniswell is a community of surfers. We honor the stars and the ocean because it's all a part of nature. And so I will be talking about astrology in a practical way because my intention is to share this perspective so that you can ground into these new beginnings and have deeper insight about what is happening in the world. And instead of going outside of ourselves to seek the answers, my intention is to provide this information to give you support and strength to remember that going within and asking the questions, listening to our intuition, to our inner voice, is really the key to navigating the changes that are happening in the world from a global perspective, from a collective perspective, and also in our personal lives. So I'm going to talk about the chart and I'm going to share the chart with you and talk through it. A few housekeeping things that I need to say before instead of after is my website. So there's the Yoniswell website, and then it's integrated with my website, and it's going through changes. So what I'm offering right now, in addition to what we offer, which is intuitive surf coaching, surf lessons, and we host a monthly retreat experience called the Divine Feminine Surf Immersion Experience in El Salvador. It's about every 5 weeks. So those are our offerings. But as in terms of the astrology offerings, I just need to put this out there that I do a birthday special. So if you're in Aries, if you were born in the sign of Aries, so if your birthday is right now, I offer a 90-minute session where we go over your natal chart and then we go over your solar return chart. And it's 90 minutes for $90. Inflation and the economy is crazy right now. So I'm offering this as a way for it to be accessible. And so this special will happen every month. Right now it's for Aries babies. So just email me. Let me know that you're interested, and then we will move on from there because I'm currently navigating like which calendar or booking platform I want to use. And so the easiest thing would just be to look at the description below and email me and let me know that you're interested in the Aries birthday astrology reading special. I do also offer birthday specials for intuitive surf coaching and surf lessons. So that's another video probably. And we're just going to get started because it's a lot of information and a lot of talking. So thank you so much for joining me today. Without further ado, we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to share this chart with you. At first, I may not share it the whole time, but we will start here. Okay, so it's pretty unique, I believe, this idea of integrating surf, nature, and astrology. And for me, it's actually very natural to combine these different elements together because we live on a flying blue rock in the solar system that our minds can't even fathom like what that really is. And or we can try and there's information and we can process it, but this is something that doesn't get processed through the mind. It's something that is understood and accepted through our intuition, through our connection to the universe. So we as human beings on Earth, surfing ocean waves has everything to do with the stars and has everything to do with nature. And our connection to nature, our connection to astrology, which would be the stars, the cosmos, the divine wisdom of the cosmos, is how we create a deeper connection with ourselves. And when we're operating from our heart space and our heart's truth, we are then operating from a place of our nature, a place of love, a place of trust, and a place of loving thy neighbor, essentially. We are operating from a place where we are in community and it's about natural law, which is giving, sharing, and inclusion. And so my intention behind all of this through the Yoniswell lens is to really embrace and welcome in what may be a very unique perspective for newcomers. But at the end of the day, what resonates with me is connecting to my body, to my intuition, to my heart, through surfing, through the ocean, through my connection to nature. And it is the gateway to my inner world and my soul's desires and what truly feels in alignment for me. And so I am sharing this perspective as a way to be in community and to really help to be of service and to help others navigate through the new reality that we are entering. And so, for example, we do not heal through the intellect, we heal through the emotional body. And we are entering a reality where it is necessary to have a very strong connection with your intuition and to operate from your heart, because that is the way in which you will discern and connect to whether or not somebody is being honest with you, whether or not somebody is real, and whether or not taking a job is the best option for you, whether or not a friendship is good for you, whether or not the food that you're eating is actually healthy for you and not full of ingredients that are actually poisoning you. These are just some examples. So obviously I'm sharing the chart and then I just elaborated on these themes, but it's leading into this chart. So this is an astrology chart. And the reason why I choose to analyze the chart from Greenwich is because it's identified as the prime meridian. It's the most objective and universal perspective that an astrologer can offer as a way to look at the collective energy. Now, in your own chart, in your natal chart, it's personal to you, meaning it's your blueprint of your soul and the consciousness that you chose in order to learn, to grow, to evolve, and to move through the lessons that are taking place in your life. And let me be clear, astrology is not a belief system. Astrology is based on natural law. It is observation and correlation. When we break down the archetypes of the planetary aspects that are happening in the sky, and we correlate them to their ancient representation and archetype that has been around for a really long time, we can just observe, and it just is. For example, the planet Neptune has a 165-year cycle around the sun, and Neptune just entered Aries for the first time in 165 years. Now, when we go back in history, and we look at what was happening in the world when Neptune last entered Aries, well, the Civil War began. And so that is important information to objectify and to take in and just observe. Wow, well, we hope that we've grown and evolved and changed and gotten beyond what the Civil War was. But mark my words, there were wars that took place after that. And it's very possible that we are in similar energy now. And as I'm talking about connecting to our heart and really discerning what resonates as truth for you, to be in community, to align with giving, sharing, inclusion, and operating from love. Yeah, it's really important because globally we are in a very divisive state. And the more that we connect to our heart and the more that we have tools that help us connect to ourselves on a deeper level and to the universe, it's really going to help us navigate through these energies and to live our best life, to live the life that we desire in kindness and in love. And so Neptune currently, as mentioned, is right here in Aries at 0 degrees. And so I just wanted you to look at this chart. This is what the chart looks like. And now I'm going to talk through the different aspects and the different ways in which we can apply this in a practical way. And that said, I am an evolutionary astrologer. So evolutionary astrology is the journey, the evolutionary journey of the soul. So we're looking at the soul perspective of us as a collective and also as individuals when we are looking at somebody's natal chart. It's that person specifically. And then this, we're looking at it from a collective point of view. So now I'm going to stop sharing and return here. So the chart really just kind of looks like geometry, right? Bunch of lines crossing each other, doing a dance. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best to break this down in a very Virgo way, which is step by step and perhaps a refinement of, taking an image that is just a bunch of symbols and really breaking it down so that we can grasp it and understand it for our best and highest good during this time. So this week is also very powerful because we are leading into the full moon in Libra, and that's taking place on April 12th. So that's another really valuable way to utilize astrology, is to look at that aspect and how it's affecting your chart. And that's something that you can do with an astrologer. And really the house of where it's taking place in your chart is a very important piece of information and not so easy to understand at first. And so that's where an astrologer can really help you look at that, because it's happening in the sign of Libra, which is our relationships with others. But really where it lands, where that moon lands, which house it lands into, is really going to correlate and show you how it's playing out in your life personally, the area in which you are essentially being affected, influenced, inspired. It's where the energy is moving. Okay, so there is a Pisces party happening right now, and we have, excuse me, I'm just going to show you. Sorry, I'm not going to share the whole time, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in terms of, okay, sharing one more time just so you can see. Okay, this is the Pisces party that we have. It's called a stellium, and it's when you have 3 or more planets, celestial bodies, all lined up next to each other within the same sign. So as you can see, we have the north node of the moon, and the north node represents where we're going. It can represent like it has like a destiny field, but it really is like, the best version of yourself is that north node. It's where you're growing in, it's where you're evolving and you're growing into this new and better version of yourself that is in alignment with your nature and your heart and what feels right to you, what feels true. Then we have Mercury, and then we have Saturn, and then we have Venus, and Venus is still retrograde. And so in our world, especially as Yoniswell, being a community of surfers, a lifestyle that integrates surfing as a way of healing and empowering and really connecting to ourselves and our intuition, Pisces is the ocean, okay? And it's important to know, or just to recognize, the ocean is this ebb and flow of no structure, right? And Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So Neptune and Pisces are both the same archetype. They are the ocean. Things are, they're fluid, they're ever changing. It's where dissolving happens. It's where endings take place and new beginnings start to form. It's like, I always reference the ocean wave. Well, the ocean wave is new desires forming. And then as the wave crashes, it's like It represents old desires culminating, old cycles, old patterns forming into the new, the next wave that forms. Okay. And so we have Neptune entering Aries. So Aries, Neptune in Aries is essentially like, it's going from like the mushy waves that are just, they're choppy, right? That's like Neptune in Pisces. And then when Neptune enters Aries, the water becomes clean. The waves are so divinely structured, divinely shaping, and it's a clean ride. So Neptune entering Aries essentially represents, from a soul level, we are entering a new beginning, having the courage to take action into the new forms of ourselves that we have been working up the courage to actually do and to become and to trust. Okay. So Neptune in Aries, while there's a whole Pisces party going on, because Neptune is the ruler of that Pisces party, we are culminating. We are closing out a 30-year cycle. We are experiencing what is called like a karmic closeout. And the way in which we culminate old patterns, old ways of thinking, old behaviors, like old perspectives, old belief systems, old, relationships that aren't healthy for us and do not resonate with who we are now. We must be confronted. And so you may be experiencing right now like a compression and like like you're at a stoplight, but it's a repeat of like, I thought I was done with this. I thought that I had learned these lessons. I thought that this relationship was ending, or I thought that it would actually continue, and it's not. And how is that a similar pattern to the past? So this can feel like a very heavy energy right now because Venus is conjunct Saturn, and we are having to confront what we thought we had finished, what we thought we had completed, what we thought that we were done with, that we know no longer resonates with who we are. But this is the turning point. This is the threshold. And there is no way forward. There's no going back to the past. And there is no way forward other than to trust and to take action, because we are supported. Even though we may not know how the resources will come together, how we don't know how, if we're not just dipping our toe anymore. We don't know how, like, if we fully immerse ourselves and go after that wave and just let it flow, we do not know how all of those resources and how everything is going to come together. And that's exactly where we need to be, because the divine wisdom says you are supported to make this change, because it is the long-term structure of what's going to support you in your new reality. And again, this correlates to relationships, to career, to new belief systems, to a change of perspective, a spiritual practice that you have been integrating over time. And now you're ready to fully welcome that in as a part of your regiment. That's the energy of this week. And so the core message is to take action into the new that is ready for us. So we need to honor it in order for it to creatively self-actualize. It's very possible that you've been working through these changes, working your way up to having the courage to just execute since 2020. For some people, it might be longer, but that was a very significant point in time where the new beginnings started to really creep in, to ooze in. Okay. And so the messages, in terms of the direction of where we are meant to go, the messages are coming from within. And that's where we get to trust. Because when you take the leap of faith, the resources will come through. They will appear. So it's about trusting what you can't see, but you can feel and sense it. It's about taking action towards the thing that is new and unknown, but it's the thing. You just know what the thing is. Your true nature and expression is waiting for you on the other side of this. So step into it. The feeling is, the intuitive message is, step into the thing and the universe will meet you there, providing what you need. There's also a very strong divine feminine theme that is boiling right now. And when we connect to our divine feminine, it's about activating the parts of us where we are connected to our divine love for ourselves, for nature, for the universe. And it's where we trust that we are receiving everything that we need and that it's for our best and highest good. And that might be a scary thing for people. It's an internal energy. It's an intuitive energy. It operates from within. and we create the nurturing space to receive what we need exactly when we need it. And it might be scary for some people because there's a scarcity mindset that may be present, but the divine feminine energy doesn't fully activate when we're operating from scarcity. So really what it's about is having discernment, discerning as resources are coming in and discerning what you're receiving. Is this best for me? And your intuition will tell you, no, it's not. Yes, it is. So the divine feminine energy that is really present in the collective right now it's connected to our soul's nature. It's connected to community. It's connecting to liberating ourselves from previous conditioning that has been overpowered by the patriarch. This divine feminine energy is about cultivating community and connecting to one's truth, one's value, one's belief systems that are rooted in giving, sharing, inclusion, rooted in love, rooted in our hearts, rooted in trust. And we're not going to be able to move forward. Let me put it like this. If you move forward, if you're not sure about which action to take, when you move forward, taking action, Saturn in Pisces, which is culminating a 30-year cycle and represents our physical reality, represents the structure of our lives. Just think about it. Saturn is like a glass of water. Saturn is the container, the glass. Saturn in Pisces, the water is Pisces. So it's our consciousness. Point blank, in a practical way, this message is, when you take action towards something, Saturn will show you right away. There will be a block. There will be a wall if it's not meant for you. Listen to that. Trust that. And pivot. Drop into your heart, drop into your intuition, and ask for guidance from the universe, connecting to the highest vibration and expression of love and light. Ask the universe to guide you. What is my next step? And so I would describe this week as the changing of the guards, karmic completions of soul contracts with people, relationships, but also just old patterns. Like, we have a relationship with everything. We have a relationship with people. We have a relationship with our phone. We have a relationship with money. We have a relationship with how we manage money. We have a relationship with time management, right? So this is the change, the closing out of old habits, old patterns, ways of thinking, thought patterns, perspectives, belief systems, which can feel all very overwhelming to process. But it's time for them to go. It's time for this change to truly happen. And as we're moving forward into this new energy, Neptune in Aries, eventually Saturn will enter Aries. We are truly entering an energetic field that we have not been in this lifetime. So I pulled an oracle card recently, and it said, your life is your canvas. So this is an empty canvas. Who are you now? What naturally resonates as who you are now? How do you want to contribute your energy and create a fulfilling life for you that's in alignment with your nature? So this is where we go within and we trust the process as a daily practice. It's safe to go within and ask for guidance. What are my next steps? Show me the way. You may feel that you really just need more alone time to process the changes and to harness the courage to take the action. And while this is happening, allow yourself to really process the wisdom and the lessons that you've been learning for the last 30 years and beyond. So this is divine wisdom manifesting in tangible form. It's about accepting and letting go of the endings, accepting the endings and letting go with love and trust. It's about welcoming in the true new beginnings that are in alignment with your truth. And when there's endings like this, it's really important to take responsibility and to accept the wisdom and the guidance that the lessons brought you. And so during this, I'll end it here. As we are moving into the full moon in Libra, taking place at 23 degrees of Libra. So if you have any planets or points at 23 degrees of the cardinal signs, which would be Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries, this will be more significant for you. And as we are cultivating the courage to take action towards the new structure and the new long-term reality that is very loud for us to follow and creatively self-actualize as our physical reality. This full moon in Libra is shedding light on relationship dynamics within yourself and with others that are truly not in alignment with your heart and your nature. And also it's embracing the endings and ushering in the new. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's just really important to take the time to honor the ending, take action into the new beginnings. No more dipping in your toe. Just immerse yourself fully into these ocean waters that are waiting for you, that are welcoming you in, and the clear path will form. The universe will meet you there. And so I'm going to end it there. You can learn more about Yoniswell and myself by clicking on the different links below. And I am leading, like I said before, it's every 5 weeks. And our next one is May 24th through the 30th. And I'm hosting the Divine Feminine Surf Immersion Experience taking place at K59 in El Salvador. It's a very special place where I feel like supports so many people in returning to their nature, into really cultivating a deeper connection to yourself, to your own divine feminine energy, while improving your surf skills. And it's just such a beautiful place with beautiful people. The food is fresh, it's really delicious. And I'm excited to hold this space as a way to bring community together and as a way to really tap into our nature and have fun doing it, develop new friendships, and learn new skills. So I welcome you. We have a special pricing right now that is really an amazing deal. So I welcome you to check that out. Have a beautiful week. I will be back next week with the next update. I'm sending you oceans of love and have a beautiful week and weekend. Bye for now.